Good morning. How's it going out there? We are in McKinney, Texas this morning. We are draining this commercial pool. We got to get it ready for hydroblasting on Monday. For all of you that don't know what that is, hydroblasting is a high pressure. Now I'm talking really high pressure. I'm not talking a power washer. It could blow your foot off kind of pressure, which we won't do that because we're gonna use safety and we're gonna use our brains that God gave us. Amen. Okay, so hydroblasting, we're gonna remove, let me show y'all. So we're gonna remove all this plaster. All this plaster. And I'm not sure how many levels / layers it has, but we're gonna find out. But we gotta get all this old plaster off and we're gonna hydroblast it. Hydroblasting is a lot safer than chipping out. There's different techniques you can use. We've done chip outs before, we like it. But hydroblasting is awesome. It's a real clean removal. It leaves a really nice roughed up surface because you get all the way down to gunite, and then the gunite's completely exposed at that point, and so when you put on the new plaster, it's going to bond really nicely, so we don't have any hollows or bonding issues later on down the road. It's going to increase the plaster life. It's going to increase the bond for the customer. We're putting in a sparkle quartz lakeside, I believe. It's a really nice like tropical blue in this one, and so that plaster will last a long time. It's 100% quartz. They offer a 7-year warranty, but it's going to last a lot longer than that. So as you can see, we're getting her drained. I'll make another video on Monday for the hydroblast, but we're even having our good buddies over at Dragonfly Drone Solutions. They're gonna do some video for us, and we're gonna make a really cool video that I will post on YouTube when we get that done. So that will be at the end of the project, so we got a lot to do. But once we're done hydroblasting Monday, we're gonna do the demo on the tile. We're gonna remove all this old tile. They're gonna get brand new standard tile. It's really nice. You'll see that later on. Standard tile is basic tile, but nowadays, like NPT, Knowable, all those awesome people we work with, they have some really nice choices on even standard tile. So y'all will see that later on, but we're gonna go back with new safety markers, obviously. These folks do not want to actually go back with new swim lanes, so we're just gonna remove them and not go back with them, which is cool. They don't use them very often. They don't have any swim lessons here or anything like that, so we're going to just remove them and not go back with new ones. All this mastic y'all see all this mastic? Make sure y'all can see. All this mastic is gonna go. It's a lot of mastic, man. Like a lot. But it's okay. See these tree roots? We got to remove those roots. See that? And it's coming from these trees over here, which is fine. We'll saw cut those out. So we're going to remove all this mastic, put new mastic. They're going to keep this really basic precast coping, which is fine. We can remove this and replace if we wanted to, or excuse me, if the customer wanted us to, but they don't want us to, but it's fine. There's always a budget, okay? Always. So we're gonna get new, what is this? Trim tile. We're gonna go back with the same 2x2 non-skid. It's the best. So you know, kiddos, when they get in, they're not gonna slip and fall. It's got grit to it. It's blue. It's pretty. City likes that, so that's what we're gonna do. Just remove that old stuff and put new stuff in exactly like it is. Mastic, talked about that. Oh, we're also gonna be adding another one of these guys. One of those canopies covers. We're gonna put them over here most likely. They want some more shade. They might do another one over there. We don't know yet. We're gonna look at that. What else? All in all, pretty simple, but a lot of work. But it's gonna really spruce this place up, and so we're pretty excited. All right, it's gonna get loud, but I want to show y'all our setup, how we drain pools. We got a 3-inch trash pump going as well as a 2-inch trash pump. Typically we go right into the storm drain, but in this case it was a lot of water and we didn't want to cause an accident, so we got permission to go right into the over there's a creek, and it goes actually to a drain itself. There is a drain over there, so that's what we're gonna do. If you notice, there's a lot of slope at this property. You see all the slope. See how, like, all around there's a slope. I don't like to drain pools into grass or whatever, because if you don't have a really good slope like this, I mean, this is an exception. What can happen is the water can actually come back. Say the slope is toward the pool, it can come back, and then if you have a lot of water collecting under the swimming pool, it can create hydrostatic pressure, and it can actually pop the pool up, and then you might as well just close your business down, because you're building a new pool for a customer, and that is not fun. I never had it happen to me, thank God, but we have to, you know, make sure we don't do that. So this is an exception because there's a really steep slope down toward that drain in that creek, so I'm fine with it. It's gonna go over there. There's no way it's coming back up under the pool, so it's okay. But like residential remodels, always go in the alley or the front. If a customer does have a manhole where you can, you know, like a pipe that comes up that goes directly to city sewer, we will always look for one of those first, because that's what the city likes. And a lot of times customers don't have them, so we have to find a storm drain in the neighborhood to drain to, either directly. A lot of times if I can, I'll go all the way to the storm drain and go directly in, so there's no flow of water on the streets. Sometimes I have to go down the street. I've never had a customer call the city or have any issues except for one time, and the city pretty much said, look, we got to test the water. If the water is, you know, doesn't have any chlorine in it, it's fine. But if it has chlorine, you're gonna have to remove that chlorine, get it to where it's neutral, which is no problem because we can neutralize chlorine pretty quick. And so that's typically most cities, they don't mind as long as the chlorine isn't, the water that you're draining isn't chlorinated. That might ruin the environment, which we're about that too. We don't want to do that. So, but typically, like I said, we'll go into a storm drain. If you have to go into, you know, the environment, make sure it slopes away from the pool and remove the chlorine out of the water. So that's what we do. But that is about it for now. So I'll be back on to show y'all the process, and I will keep y'all updated, and we will see you soon. Talk to you later.